So we have to talk about what is happening right now inside of Solayer. Something bad is happening. Something bad is going on right now. We had a huge crash. I know you guys can see this. So we went all the way down here to about $1.60, all the way from $3.43. This is a monumental crash. This is what you call officially a crash, right? This Solayer crashed. All right. Why did Solayer dump? That's what we're talking about today. So, looking at the price here, it's more than 39.2% from the top. Let's just say from where we literally just came from to where we are now. That's a pretty steep drop, I would say. So, let's go ahead and track this price to see exactly where it is now. So, all the way down there, look at that. That is huge. 53%. Solayer just crashed by 53%. That's actually crazy. A 53% crash in less than 24 hours. This this type of crash, it doesn't just happen every day. So we're really just going to talk about why exactly it happened. Why was it such a short period of time where it just dumped and then went to nothing? Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So, let's talk about this because everything we look at is a red flag right now. Look at the MACD, all of that way oversold, by the way. On the RSI, way oversold. There's definitely a recovery going on, but who's to say that it doesn't just recover and then dump some more? So I would not tell anyone to try to do any purchases or any longs and futures or anything like that because this is looking bad. It could easily pull back and crash even more. You do not want to mess with this. I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys because this does not look good. Now, yes, you can make a lot of money on the way up if you get out at the right time and if it doesn't just crash after that. You can make a lot of money on the way up, but it's still not recommended. But let's talk about the real here. Let's talk about what's going on inside Solayer. What caused it to crash over 50% in less than 24 hours? Like, this is actually crazy how quick this has went down. The trading volume is $1.2 billion. Let me say that again. Look, listen. Trading volume, $1.2 billion. The market cap is only 377 million. Almost all of the money inside of Solayer just exited. Is this an exit scam? Is this a liquidity exit scam? Are they dumping? Are they dumping? That is the real question right now. Are the whales dumping? Are the developers dumping? That's what everybody is asking in the community right now. And there's no answers. No one's giving answers. I've done my own research, and I'll tell you exactly what I think it is in a second. But look at this. All these people inside of the Solayer community, they're just wondering what happened, and they don't know. And then they're like, look, no, there is no team unlock currently, which I'll talk about that. There actually is an unlock happening very soon. And then this person says there was a wave of aggressive shorting with funding hit negative 100 17,000%, 17,800%. That's actually crazy. So they're talking about a short that happened on Binance inside of their futures, and Binance futures made up a lot of that volume, like actually like 910 billion or 910 million, something like that volume. And then someone else said this: large token unlocks, and Solayer is definitely doing an unlock of 12% of their supply. 12.18% of their supply is set to be unlocked. If you actually look at their circulating supply, only 210 million is actually available, which means they haven't unlocked it yet, which means they are probably going to be doing an unlock soon. These are all the unlocks happening very soon. So this is just something someone also posted it here, and they said it's also in the white paper. You can see it. So that's one thing, right? That's just one thing. So everybody in the community is scared. They're like, why is Solayer, dumping right now? This is what everyone is wondering. They're like, why are they not responding? Why aren't they saying nothing? Because if you go over to the Solayer Twitter, you can notice they're not saying nothing. They're staying quiet about this. But some people are like, is it a pump and dump? I don't see how it could be a pump and dump. They're actually building and developing. Like, they're actually developing. They're literally hiring engineers, database engineers, and network engineers, and like for 100K to 200K per year. Like, they're actually hiring actual developers. I don't think that they're trying to scam people. I don't think they just dumped on people. I think it was just a series of unfortunate events that just now happened. but I'm definitely not sure if this is the end of it. I'm not sure if this is the end of it, because if you think about it, anyone on Binance could just start. All the people on Binance can start shorting, and they can drive this price down. Like they could really crash this price if they want. Look at all that volume there. That's all selling. So it's definitely oversold. But my worry is, what if the RSI goes up like this and crosses again and then goes right back down, and we see something like this with the MACD going up but then right back down, and then more crashes coming to like sub $1 areas. That's what I'm worried about. Now, I've been going over the transactions, right? Let's go through what we see here on transactions, right? Because if we're going through transactions, we can't necessarily see what the futures contracts are looking like on Binance. You really have to look at the on-chain statistics for Binance itself. Binance owns multiple wallets of Solayer, multiple wallets, right? The last transaction here on this Binance wallet was what, 7 hours ago, and yeah, that's just for Solayer. And then if you want to keep looking through them, you can. It's kind of hard to like search and shift it through all of these different wallets and stuff. But no selling came out of that Binance wallet. This Binance wallet is going crazy. A bunch of sales in and out. You know, people are probably dumping. I don't know. Like this is actually crazy. But this is just all other stuff right here. This isn't even Solayer activity. This is like all activity through this Binance wallet. So let's not even look at that. What we want to look at is what everyone else is saying, right? So this person here is saying layer. This is exactly what pump and dump schemes look like. That doesn't sound good. This person, I guess, is trying to expose them. Andrew Tengway, or whatever you want to call it, right? And I guess this person is a master exposer. They go around exposing everybody. So they're like, you've been exposed, you've been exposed, you've been exposed. So maybe they're a master exposer and they're here to expose them. Yeah. So that's just what this is looking like. But let's go over it and see what this person has to say. The master exposer. So they said, I've warned people. I wanted to warn the community with the research I shared about Solayer Labs, an obvious retail scam. $300 million in market capitalization vanished in just a few hours. Tokens collapse like a house of cards. And my thing is this: if it's actually people shorting so much, like over 17,000 shorts on Binance, can they really blame the developers and say the developers are dumping on the people? Unless the developers open those shorts themselves. That's the only way you can say the developers are scamming, if they open those shorts themselves, right? So that's what we gotta find out first, like who opened the shorts, right? And this person said a project is very scammy from the beginning. And yeah, a very common scheme. That's what he says. Data is king. This has never happened before, and here it is again. Yeah, textbook case. Appreciate you speaking up. This is what happens when you don't explain what went wrong in the airdrop distribution and just call the community liars. Your project is fraudulent and a scam. Blockchain is never lie. This isn't looking too good. This is not looking too good. People are very, very, very upset. Now let's go look at what this master exposer says. So he says the Solayer Labs team wallet received at least six-figure amount of layer airdrop. Solayer equals scroll scam 2.0 question mark. Team wallets holding hundreds of thousands of layer from the airdrop tokens worth millions of dollars sold on the market by the team in deception and tokenomics 3.6% instead of the promised 12% for the Genesis airdrop. How did the project team, backed by Yzil Labs and Polychain, deceive everyone? And these seem like pretty solid blockchain developers. Like they seem pretty solid. But let's see what this person's got to say, because And then they said this will be a long thread with all of the evidence. So this is the first thing they're saying, right? And this is pretty much what they just explained. 1.2 million Solayer. First they said Solayer team sold tokens worth 28 million into the market, and then over here 1.2 million Solayer for Coles shilling the Solayer airdrop. So this is going to someone who shielded, I guess. And then Solayer wallets that claimed the airdrops. And this is the amount claimed, they said. And then they say the airdrop claim contract is right here only 36 million or 3.6% instead of the promised 12% was allocated to the Genesis drop for the community. So I guess this person did all of their research here. I don't know what to say about it, but let's keep going over it. All right, this is where the juicy stuff comes. All right, before we get started, don't forget to follow and like and bookmark. So yeah, he's got to put some shameless promo on it. All right, you can't blame him. He's the master exposer. He's got to expose him, but he's got to get some promo first. All right, and look, he posted this March 24th, and he's just like reposting and saying, "Look, I told you guys," and he's sending this back to everyone. He said this in March 2024, and he's like, "Look, I told you guys, and then I also told you October 17th, 2024, and no one still believed me." This is what he's saying, like, and you can look at the time stamps here, are the day stamps. He actually did expose them in March 2024 and in October 17th, 2024. And I thought Solayer was legit, and it might still be legit. I don't know what's wrong here, but let's go over this. So now he says, Scroll founder's wallet with 1 million plus marks. Scroll equals ZK Scam 2.0. Teams are distributing drops to their wallets. A fact. I will provide evidence of Scroll ZKP wallets with 100 through 500, 100 or 110 through 50 through 100K, and even 1 minute marks retweeted. So this is what they're showing here. This is a bunch of stuff here, so we're gonna have a lot to talk about today. So this is everything that he's kind of putting out there. To be completely honest, I don't know. I didn't know nothing about any of this that they're talking about. But hey, now it's coming to light. And they said Scroll's airdrop will likely be tied to marks and most likely linear. These are exactly the wallets we'll be looking for. Let's start with the founder's wallet. So this is the founder's wallet, they're saying. Doesn't look like much money. Doesn't look like much money at all. Just a little bit of ETH, right? Signer of Genesis Safe, Scroll, fundraiser. So they're saying this is the developer. Okay. And then they said Arkham also indicates, and this is the developer here, I guess they're saying. Yeah, right there. And then they're saying Arkham also indicates this wallet is a signer of the Genesis or Gnosis. I don't think I'm saying it right. Gnosis Safe Scroll fundraiser. This wallet didn't farm marks, but it serves as a standing point in our research. Wallet 1. Arkham also indicates they're saying this wallet was first funded from the founder's wallet across different networks. Arkham also indicates this as a Scroll team wallet, albeit with a question mark, but there should be no question marks. Okay. Wallet 2, 1 minute plus marks. This wallet was first funded from Wallet 1, which belongs to the team. There are 2 transactions in Scroll on this wallet approved in supply, 500K USDC in Aave on February 12th. First funded from the founders' wallets, also funded there. All that smart contracts with multi-sig deployer belonging to Scroll. There's a transaction from Wallet 1, 100 ETH. This is 100 ETH right here. So this is the proof here, 260K. 100 ETH. So, yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Another with a multi-sig linked Wallet 4, which was sponsored by Wallet 1. There's also a transaction with Scrup.eth. So, another one that you're talking about. So, there you have that also. I don't know where this is going, but we're going to keep going. Linked by transaction with Wallet 1. I did see that one large transaction. Oh, 51,000. Okay. So they're showing big money. Check your Scroll airdrop rank. I think this is pretty much him saying that they airdropped themselves all these coins. The other founder's wallet confirmed by Arkham, no marks on it as with the other founder, but there is wallet 7, 117K. Boom, right there. So, and then you can see another one linked by numerous transactions from the founder's wallet. 2 wallets with 4,000 marks each. In addition, there is Dune, all that other stuff. So these are pretty much a bunch of transactions here that they're doing for themselves with the airdrops, right? Most of the wallets in this top with 200K plus marks are project wallets and all that other stuff. And then they say airdrop hasn't happened yet, and we don't know if project and team wallets will be eligible. But in case of fully linear distribution and charging to such wallets, there will be a lot of FUD. I address it with Scroll ZKP team, which are other creators. You have a unique chance to do the right thing. Exclude project and team wallets from airdrop and make Scroll airdrop at least not the worst and minimize FUD. Okay, so this is pretty much him saying he has the opportunity to do right here, and they're saying he hopes the airdrop doesn't mainly go into the developer wallets, and that's what he was saying in 2014. in October 17, 2014. And then after that, March 24, he comes back with a vengeance. And I guess this is where it starts getting juicy. All right. So the Solayer team wallets have been tracked. I started my research with public wallets, the largest holders of Solayer that 100% belong to the team. Here's the list with the leaks to Arkham. 100 million layer. Ooh. All right. I guess we got to click it because he's putting out links. So, oh, wow. Holdings 100 million layer. Value $180 million. Okay. I see where you're going with that, but if it's saying that's his portfolio, is he's still holding it? It's still 100. I don't know. I think this might be like a future, like a past transaction. So I don't think he's still holding it. I don't know. It looks like he is though. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. We can't get sidetracked here. And then they're saying this is a 35 million wallet. Team wallets that claimed the layer airdrop. Oh, okay. So they claimed layer airdrops and they're the team. Let's start with the small stuff. Why is this a team wallet? First funded by Wallet 2, screenshot attached, has connections to other wallets, $1,200 and serious. Moving on. He's like, is this 1,200? Let's move on. Then he says, connected to Wallet 1, 10 plus transactions in Wallet 2. Sasko, first founder for Wallet 1. The team wallet claimed a airdrop of 258K layer. This is the claim transaction, and he's showing proof. He's got the claim transaction. They're like, look, he claimed all that layer, and he's with the team. Why is he airdropping himself coins? Like, why is he, he's printing out money for himself, pretty much. So that's one concerning thing. Are you still worried why your allocation for providing liquidity for half a year is so small? And then he's like, look, claimed 17K. Look, claimed 4K. Look, claimed 2.5K layer. Look, claimed 1.2K layer. Small amounts here and there, but still. And then he says token allocations for KOLs for shilling the Solayer airdrop and after the TGE. So they're saying the team is now airdropping people for pretty much shilling the Solayer airdrop. So they're like giving airdrops to the people who shill it. And then they're saying wallets that were used to distribute layer tokens to influencers and participants of the KOLs invest round. Oh, so let's just say this. Let me just put this on record. When I did my Solayer video, I found it on the trending section of CoinGecko. Just like I found it just now again, and I'm like, oh wait, that doesn't look right. Not Solayer. It can't be Solayer. They can't be pumping dumping. They can't be Rugpulled. Not Solayer. But the way I found it was on here, and I was like, okay. And then I looked through the website, and I was like, okay, they're actually developing. They're actually developing use cases. They're building on the blockchain. They're doing a lot, and that's what attracted me to Solayer. So then I made a video. So yeah, I definitely did not get paid by them because it seems like they're paying influencers out here. All right. So the project offers two options. You can participate in both one airdrop paid posts and layer tokens. Oh, okay. So this is where they start paying influencers. That definitely looks bad. You specify the amount you are willing to accept for this ad package, and the project pays you this amount in the form of token allocation under the conditions below. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look good. That does not look good. All right, so the Solayer team has most likely already sold tokens worth over $28 million. Ooh, they ran off with the bag. The Solayer team wallet, this wallet transfers tokens to other wallets and then deposits it on Binance, obvious for selling into the market. Now, I will say this. I've done research on multiple projects that have done this same type of exit liquidity scam where they will literally airdrop and mint themselves tokens, and then what they'll do is they'll send it off from the developer wallet to another wallet to another wallet to another wallet, and they basically wash trade it to make it look like they're not dumping on the holders and rug pulling, and then they'll sell it to exchanges like Binance, and then they'll get the cash for it. That actually happens a lot. I've covered multiple projects that have done that type of exit scam, and I've even been curious on whether or not Baby Doge has been guilty of it. But every time I've noticed the developers of Baby Doge taking and selling those coins to the exchanges, I've noticed we immediately got big listings after that. We immediately had promotions after that. So it was obviously, the developers taking the money and then using it to build and market the project and to get it onto different exchanges and using it for liquidity. But there's no way of knowing if they kept some of that money to themselves. In this one, you can obviously see that they're doing that. So this is kind of crazy. So this is one of the wallets that they're talking about here. So this one is one of them that they're talking about, and then you got all the other ones as well. A related wallet that deposits funds into the Binance wallet. Let's go ahead and click that. See what we get here. Okay, this is another wallet. Yeah, they're definitely pushing off a lot of money. So it goes from their wallet to here. Let's go to the 1 million Solayer because that's 13 million. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Say it ain't so. Oh no. Millions. Ooh, that's millions. Okay, look at this. From the wallet, oh no. This is actually bad. From the developer's wallet or from the wallet that is supposedly the developer's wallet and one of the team members' wallets, 13.1 million layer, $13 million sold. $15 million sent to them from this wallet, and then obviously it went into Binance after they did it because this is the wash trading wallet. They're saying that it is. That's what they're saying. Money 1.85 million went to this wallet. Let's see if it went to Binance afterwards. It went to Radium. Some of it went to Radium, so they sold it to liquidity towards Radium. Yeah, this isn't looking too good. Oh no. Oh no. They have no more Solayer left. They sold all of it. Oh god. Okay, so all right, so far his research is coming it's coming unwinded and undone. It's looking like some of his research is true, and he's been doing this since October of 2024, and it's just now coming to light. Oh no, not again, not again, not again. All right, so look, it says from Binance deposit to the Binance hot wallet, 13.1 million. This wallet right here is what this is a Binance deposit wallet. So this is a Binance wallet, and it's pretty much showing the money going from, I guess, the developers to the Binance wallet. That's what these ones are looking like. And this is one of theirs, but it still says they're still holding $7.5 million of that Solayer there. This one, this one might be liquidity, 259. That one might be like a liquidity wallet. Let's read it and see exactly what he says it is. So this one that we just clicked, it says, and another Binance deposit address where Solayer team sent over 20 million tokens. And yeah, that's what we're just looking at. So someone might think that the 20 million Solayer from the aforementioned sales or not a sale, but a deposit to Binance for marketing activities, like I just mentioned, following the Binance holder airdrops. In total, they allocated 50 million Solayer tokens to Binance, 30 million for the Binance holder airdrop, and 20 million for subsequent marketing activities. However, these 50 million tokens were transferred from Solayer to Binance before the TGE from the address. So, yeah, there may have been even more sales, but even $30 million sold to retail in just 1.5 months says a lot. But the story doesn't end there. And before we keep going, I want to give a huge shout out to Andrew Tanguay. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, they're really exposing. I don't know if all of this is true, but so far it's looking true. So, anyways, 3.6% of 36 million tokens instead of the promised 120 million layer for the Genesis airdrop. Let's go back to the claim contract. It's clearly visible that the amount of layer tokens ever allocated is 36 million. And this is the claim contract that they're talking about. They're saying the only amount that has ever been allocated is 36 million. I'm not going through all those transactions, but I'm guessing if you add them, it's 36 million. I don't know. I'm not going through all that. That's too many transactions. All right, but I believe that transparency is essential for Web3, all that. So, okay. So, yeah, pre-sale has never been part of an airdrop in any of the projects, even in our official documents, blah, blah, blah. All right, so that is the end of all of that. And then some people are saying futures, people are doing shorts on Binance, and they completely crashed it. So let's go over this now. How Binance quietly nuked Layer and how you could have spotted it early. And he says, yo, if you woke up wondering why your Layer bags got wrecked, I've got some news. It wasn't random. It was Binance. and it was obvious. If you knew, where's the look? So then it says, one, first, check token distribution. Total circulating supply, 20%. Binance holds 15% of that supply. So now let's backtrack and see if he is telling the truth. Well, obviously a lot of it sold. So I don't know if we can check. All right, so 4.9%, let's just say 5, 1.7. There's some Binance wallets, but I don't think it does I don't think it equals up to the amount he says it is. But who knows? Maybe he's right. But yeah, just from looking at it from the Solana side of things, I don't think it does. And yeah, it's only on Solana, so I didn't see where he said that. But anyways, Binance holds 15% of that supply. This alone screams red flag. The exchange literally owns the market. And actually, wait, let's go back before I kind of write off what he just now said. All right, let's go to the holders. Okay, so we don't want to pay attention to like all the locked liquidity, and we really don't want to pay attention to these top wallets right here. So I guess if you're looking at it from the perspective that he's talking about, possibly yes. But yeah, Binance having $87 million in it, and looking at the market cap, yeah, that's kind of a little bit fishy. Why does Binance own like the whole thing? But yeah, that's a little crazy. So this alone screams red flag. The exchange literally owns the market. 2. Next, volume never lies. Here's today's stats. Binance futures, $916 million. Binance spot, $138 million. Huge, huge, huge. Futures volume is 6 times spot. Translation, massive leverage games being played. And then look at his proof here. You can't see it because I'm right there. But yeah, the bottom one, that's also Binance. That's Binance spot. And yep, 133.81 million, 940.37 million. Oh, yep, 20x leverage futures. So yeah, they crashed the market. Okay. Fun. 3, why does it matter? When futures dominate spot, this hard price movements aren't organic. Big players or the exchange itself can move price easily, liquidating everyone in the process. 4, result. Price crash from over $3 down to below $2. Could you have seen this coming? Yes. Maybe if you're paying for my course, you could have seen it coming. That's pretty much what he's saying here. If you found value in this strategy, show your support with a like, follow, and subscribe. Your engagement helps. Big respect for backing me up and seeing through the manipulation. But he's saying, yes, you could have checked where is the majority of circulating supply. What's the futures versus spot volume ratio? Is one exchange dominating the trading? But yeah, I guess that's that. Founder at Tweezy Chain Web3 product manager. No, I don't think he's selling a course. Okay. That would have been funny though if he was like, "Hey, if you could have found out if you bought my course." No, he's not selling a course. So this actually came directly from BitGet. BitGet said, "Be smart with upcoming major token unlocks this week." Layer, and mind you, they said this after everything was crashing, so they didn't put no one on. But they said Layer, $55.93 million unlocks an amount of 12.87% of circulating supply for Layer this week. So yeah, they're unlocking a lot of tokens. And then OCT Trade says, with over 50% loss in 2 days, your project is under massive criticism right now. 13% of Layer's total supply, around 27 million tokens, is scheduled to unlock this week, which contributed to the sell pressure on top of the Binance thing, on top of the fishy stuff about the airdrops that they're talking about. So it was a bunch of stuff on top of the other that just caused it to crash. So when it comes to if they rug pulled, I think it was everything on top of another. Like, it was everything. So it was a mixture of, the whole airdrop thing where they're like, hey, you didn't distribute all the airdrops you said you were going to distribute, and you sent most of them to your developers and to the people promoting your project, and they sold. And B, all the money that they took and airdropped themselves and then sold through Binance and like exited with that liquidity. And C, all the futures trading that was coming from Binance, all of that, which was 20x leverage, which was $910 million, and which was way more than what the spot trading was, and actually what is actually much more than what the market cap is itself. And then what are we on? C? Yeah, now we're on D, and then the next one is I don't even know. Like, let's just say A, B, C, D. All right, I messed up on there, but yeah, this is absolutely crazy. So I guess they exposed some things, but I don't think that it's 100% a scam project just because of that. But I don't know. It's hard to tell now. I would definitely steer clear, and I would definitely not just try to jump in where it is now. I would just wait for all this to kind of level out. You might actually end up seeing it pump a lot, or you might just see it crash even more. So you definitely want to be careful with this. This could be very, very bad, or it could be a very good thing for some people who are trading. So we'll see. But obviously, people feel some type of way about this. And obviously, if you go to their post, you're probably going to get some people saying, like, what's going on? What's going on? Kidding me? Yep, this person, LOL, like a scam that you cannot lose money like Libra. But you can sell your token as much as you can. LMAO. Layer, don't hit so hard on us. Hope you protect the holders. This project is run by a Chinese team. This explains everything. I think that guy might be a little racist. The 12116 says delisting 365. I mean, good job. Keep going. Next mantra, Solayer token may be team selling token. In Solayer, that person trusts. I told you this is a scam. Explain this rapid fall. Shame on you. Roll up. Didn't take that long to pull a mantra. I guess he's Canadian. Truly amazed by the execution is flawless. Tweaked my style to match this. I'm up 160K so far. So they're probably shorting on that as well. This is actually crazy. All right. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a scam? I think it's a mixture of everything going on, right? And again, I'll kind of break it down what I mentioned before, and then we'll look at prices here in a second. But yeah, I think it's a whole mixture. So look, this is what I think it is. First, the whole airdrop thing, they were like, they didn't distribute all the airdrops they said they would, and then they distributed most of the airdrops to themselves, and then they also ended up distributing airdrops to you like promoters and people to like shill their project and promote it, and then those people also sold too. So they got all that, and then you got all the selling from the developers to the Binance wallet, exiting out through there as well. So you got some people doing that, which I guess you could call it a scam if you want. I don't know. They're taking the payday from themselves. I don't know what you would want to call that. And then you got the futures trading as well. So that is also another thing. So there's just a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt all around it and all in one. So that definitely sucks. But, it is what it is. And then on top of that, the developer team, like the whole team, none of them are literally saying anything about it right now. They're not saying anything. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But yeah, definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I don't know what you guys want to tell you about this, but, again, hit a critical support. If I were looking at this as a trader, I'd be waiting for it to go back up to $2 and possibly getting rejected and going even further down. I don't know if you would really want to risk playing that, buying up until it reaches $2, because then what if it doesn't and it just keeps crashing before it can even reach that resistance and then pull back? Or it might just have a huge reversal and then just, shoot up. So there's a lot that could happen here with it, but I wouldn't want to risk it at all. But yeah, hit the like button and subscribe. All that good stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to go ahead and find out stuff about this before it happens, go ahead and buy my course. No, I don't sell any courses. I'm actually messing around. Like, don't take that seriously. I'm not selling any courses. I have no courses inside of my comment section. But some people do that. They actually do that, and like they'll be like exposing them, and they'll be like, if you want to find out stuff about this early, you buy my course. But yeah, no, I don't have a course. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. As always, I'll be back with another video.